The fresh scent escapes through the window as the smoke disappears into the dark. The silence is telling. In the early hours of dawn, he struggled to sleep, tossing and turning, all the while half awake for hours in bed. His mind racing, constantly searching for clues, for purpose, sometimes for the unknown. Now awake, staring into the night, coffee in one hand and a smoke in the other, at the mercy of the pleasant breeze coming in through the open window. Energized, he eagerly reaches for his ringing phone, boiling with excitement. Is it a new case? He wonders. Detective Jamie Ross speaking, he answers. There's been a crime at 107 Affinity Street. We need you here. His eyes lighten up and his blood starts flowing. With the news of a newfound purpose, like a creature possessed, he gets up, sprinkles water on his face, puts his clothes on, and grabs the coat on his way out. I've been scraping by. This case is literally the only thing keeping me going. Randolph thinks to himself, I've lost all sense of discipline. I've got to do better. Get back to my finest. I can't keep this up. Success at work but regrets with health, not eating well or hitting the gym. That's hardly a fair trade, at least in his eyes. It's been hectic for him lately, with no family unit and the increase in success. He's worked hard as a detective but hasn't done so well at caring for himself. He arrives at the crime scene. Game face is on. Then it hits him. Another death probably. There's been plenty of this lately. But I'm ready. I've seen this 1,000 times, he internalizes. He is wrong. It is a gruesome crime scene. It's perplexing what one man can do to another. It makes you question humanity. The room in complete disarray. The victim is lying face first on the floor, his face bashed viciously. He is unrecognizable. He almost pukes but regains his cool. Good grief! Who's this man? Dave Diaz, a fellow rookie detective, answers, showing him the victim's ID. George Smith, 27 years old, works at King's Pizza. Any criminal background? No sir, he's clean. Kegel is standing. A handful of people surround the outside of the room, petrified at the idea it might have been them, chatting away in shock of the scene they've been exposed to. Ross asks Diaz to question one of the neighbors, looking around thoroughly, hunting for a clue, hungry to find something that can get him started. He takes his time, before suddenly spotting something strange. A mark dented around the fourth finger of the victim's left hand. Look at this. Everyone gathers around curiously. He's not wearing a wedding ring. That's interesting. The expression on his face resembling a man in deep thought. Can anyone find it? Everyone scrambles around the flat, probing for the wedding ring. A letdown. It's nowhere to be found. This is a fascinating one, he declares to himself. Diaz walks in. I talked to the neighbor, the one who found the victim. She says Michelle Smith, the wife, who now lives with her mother in the inner city, recently moved out. They were having a rough patch, and it was bad, I'm told, a dysfunctional marriage. Have you called her? Yes, in fact she's on her way to the station. And you're still here? Go ahead, I'll meet you there. Ross stays behind, relentlessly looking for further hints and doesn't find any. The chaotic crime scene had no fingerprints, no DNA, no murder weapon either. Michelle sits quietly, like a student on the first day of school, curiously looking around the interrogation room. He studies her closely, watching her every move, every expression, any nuance that might give her away. Ross likes to be prepared before speaking to any potential suspect. He feels he almost has to know who they are, what they want, their fears. To his surprise, she's cool like a cucumber, simply casual, innocently awaiting to be conversed with. He walks in the room with a big smile, trying to ease any tension, luring her in with his charm. She smiles back. He gently shakes her hand. Miss Smith, thanks for coming. My deepest apology for your loss. She springs a hyperbolic reaction. Pardon me? Loss? What do you mean? Oh, you are not aware? I thought Detective Diaz would have already mentioned it. Mentioned what? What happened? I've noticed you're still wearing your wedding ring. Yes, I am, she answers sharply. Why wouldn't I? Wait, is my husband okay? You moved out. Why is that? He continues to question her. We came to a mutual decision. Are you gonna tell me what's going on? Her voice now rising. Mr. Smith is dead. The shock on her face suddenly turns into a burst of tears. Ross mutters, realizes Diaz didn't tell her. Agitated, he thinks to himself, bloody hell, Diaz, that's rookie hour. Ross gets her a coffee and consoles her. She's a wreck and must be questioned. It's like walking on eggshells. I'm sorry, Miss Smith. I understand your pain. If it were up to me, you'd be home after finding out about such terrible news. But it's simply procedure. Having calmed down, she replies, I've been cheating on him, and I feel so bad about it now. He didn't deserve that. Maybe he's now at peace. Ross pokes gently. She doesn't say anything. Why did he do it? I didn't. I would never. You would never what? Do anything to hurt him? She pauses, realizing he had baited her. I mean, I would never physically harm him. What makes you think I would do such a thing to him? He was still my husband. Ross drastically changes his demeanor, now grim and emotionless. Catches her by surprise, hoping to get a genuine reaction. I was only asking why you cheated on him. You seem more eager to answer the question you haven't been asked yet. I want to go home. Let me go home, she utters aggressively. She throws the chair she was sitting on right at his face, screaming, shouting, throwing harmless fists with bad intentions, missing at every attempt. I will kill you. As she continues to throw a tantrum, the door opens, leaving her stuck in one place. The man she's been sleeping with steps in, his hands chained to his back.